Before we dive right into Phase 4 and continue our journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I want to take another look back on the Infinity Saga, and in particular, all of the characters that inhabit it, which are just infinite, it seems. I love this universe, and these characters are so well written, so well acted, and I wanted to celebrate them by basically just counting down my top 10 favorites on a list that was so hard to work out. It's very tricky. They're all separated by like this much. So let's find out. Let's take a look at my top 10 favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe characters. Number 10, Peter Quill. One of the reasons Peter Quill is one of my favorites has to be because he's played by Chris Pratt. I just adore everything he gives to this role, just the way he plays Peter. He's such a talented man, very talented man. The best thing about the Guardians films, or one of the best things, is Star-Lord, because he's our window in to this wider universe. He's been in space for a long time, but he's still human. He is still someone that we can relate to, someone we can understand. He has human reactions to things. He has a human sense of humor about him, and the love of music. I'm super excited to see where his character goes now. Number 9, Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is just the heart and the soul of this franchise. He really is to me. There's just something about the way Chris Evans carried Steve Rogers and portrayed him and imbued him with this just pure spirit that is it's just marvelous. All he really wants to do is fight for what's right and, stop the bullies because he doesn't care where they're from. And to this day, I think that's the best line that he's ever said. One of the best things about Steve Rogers is his character development throughout this entire franchise. The main reason Civil War is so effective is because of what has happened to Steve Rogers leading up to this. Yeah, it all just adds to the perfection that is Steve Rogers, that is Captain America, and the way Chris Evans plays him. Number 8, Peter Parker. Tom Holland is one of the best, if not the best, casting addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's perfect. He is literally, for me, he's the perfect Spider-Man. He's mostly just all about making pop culture references, which is one of my favorite things. I really enjoy the Spider-Man movies. Homecoming is still my favorite out of the two. And the way Tom Holland is such a young and up-and-coming star can just go toe-to-toe with him in this scene. It's you could cut the tension in the cinema with a knife. It was just brilliant. It's so good. The father figure, the mentor aspect of Peter's character development and his relationship with Tony is just absolutely wonderful, and so well written and so well performed by RDJ and Tom Holland. They really found like a diamond in the rough, when they cast him. They really did. Number 7, Tony Stark. The founder, the legacy this character has left behind, that Robert Downey Jr. has left behind. Oh my god. Where he starts in Iron Man 1 to where he finishes in Avengers Endgame, and then kind of in Far From Home after that, is just such an incredible journey. But it's just the way that Robert Downey Jr. portrays him that, makes you fall in love with him. And Peter's just like, I just want to be like you. And then Tony's like, but I wanted you to be better. Because that's the beautiful thing about Tony Stark, is that, yes, he's becoming selfless, but he still acknowledges the flaws he feels he has, or flaws that he had, and how they've affected the world. It's just so powerful and so incredibly moving to see his legacy like that. But I'm going to finish there on my boy Tony, because I love him 3000. Oh god, Morgan, don't even get me started on Morgan Stark. We'll be here for 5 hours. Number 6, Groot. Mostly I just love Groot because he's so cute, but he also has a lot of heart to him. Baby Groot in particular would be my favorite, just because of his cuteness, and I just have a weakness for that. And, you know, we get that first glimpse of him at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy #1, where he's dancing to I Want You Back in the pot and, you know, trying to fool Drax. It's very, very funny. There's a scene in Guardians 2 where the Ravagers are basically torturing him. Oh, I nearly cried. I couldn't handle it. I really couldn't handle it at all. Rocket, raises Groot from a baby to a teenager, basically. And I love the changing in the dynamic of that relationship. It's really cool. I just love the joy that Groot brings to the franchise. He's so much fun, he's so cute, he's so funny. Number 5, Korg. Oh man, Korg is the best Cronin you will ever meet. I adore Taika Waititi and the fact that he is Korg. And the fact that they made the creative decision to give Korg this like high-pitched New Zealand accent, it's just so good. Everything he says is just so quotable, so funny, and just so unexpected. I honestly just want Korg to have a movie all his own. Give Korg his own Disney Plus show. I don't care, just do it. I want more Korg. I am very, very excited to see Korg in Thor, Love and Thunder. It's gonna be brilliant. Number 4, Phil Coulson. Clark Gregg, ladies and gentlemen, what an addition to the MCU. I adore the relationship he has with Tony Stark, the fact that, you know, Tony just says, his first name is Agent. In Avengers is still one of the best lines. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is so fantastic, and what they do with Coulson's character on that show is just remarkable and brilliant to watch. The journey that Phil Coulson goes on in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is an incredible one. He has his father relationship with Sky/Daisy/Quake, which is just brilliant to watch. My favourite thing about Coulson is just Clark Gregg and his delivery, the way he plays Coulson, the altruistic nature of him, the badass nature about him. Coulson is just absolutely brilliant. I couldn't love him more. Number 3, Peggy Carter. I adore her. I adore her so much, and Hayley Atwell is just a beautiful woman, a beautiful actress, a mesmerizing performer, and a just powerful lady. Like, she's incredible. She is the perfect partner to Steve Rogers. She also stands for and represents everything that Steve Rogers stood for and stands for and fights for. She's the exact same. Another reason why Peggy Carter is so great, she created S.H.I.E.L.D. It's so frustrating and it's so heartbreaking to watch her struggle and watch her face these obstacles of sexism in the workplace, even if it is within the SSR. So she doesn't let the fact that she's a woman stop her. She has a great story and she's such a noble warrior, and I just adore her through and through. She's the kind of woman I would aspire to be. Number 2, Thor. I am such a fan. He's my favorite Avenger, he's my favorite hero in the entire MCU. Oh my goodness. And Chris Hemsworth is honestly just the best actor they could have found to play Thor in a film ever. I am a very big fan of all the Thor films. I don't care what you say, I love them. Thor's journey in the first Thor film is wonderful, and I really love that grounded, beautiful, humbled version of Thor. I really enjoy that quite a bit. I really like the fact that Ragnarok is Thor owning up to the campiness of him and his origins, and it's just brilliant to watch. It's such an entrance. It's so iconic. And Marcus and McFeely did an exceptional job writing Avengers Infinity War, especially what they did with Thor's character. They balanced the drama and the humor perfectly. I can't wait to see more of him. Honorable mentions. Vision. Paul Bettany sure is a vision in that outfit. Am I right, ladies?
No, Kendall.
No?
No.
Really? Just me? Oh, okay, cool. Wanda Maximoff.
You took
everything from me.
I don't even know who you are.
You will.
Carol Danvers.
She's the OG first Avenger and way more than just a girl.
Scott Lang.
Paul Rudd. That's it, that's all I've got.
Natasha Romanoff.
You go, Nat, you wipe out that red in your ledger. Yas, queen.
Loki. Loki, for me, is the best villain in the MCU. How can he not be when he is played so excellently by Tom Hiddleston? The depth and the complexities he brings to Loki as a character that make him so much better than your one-off movie villains. That scene where Loki just breaks and just screams, "Tell me," to who he thinks is his father and finds out he's not. It's so great, and it's such a great villain. It's such a great villain origin story. I love the way he's at odds with his identity, and he's at odds with his brother and his family. You can't fully hate him, you know? Like, there's something about him, the way Tom Hiddleston performs as him, that just, captivates you. I mean, I kind of liked seeing him as a good guy, seeing him as part of the Revengers with Valkyrie and Hulk, which is why I'm really looking forward to the Loki series coming out next year, because it's going to be the 2012 version of Loki. I'm super keen for that. That's going to be so much fun.
There they are, guys. Those are my top 10 favorite MCU characters. Let me know what yours are by commenting below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fred the Alien for more videos just like this one. You can also find me on Soundcloud, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as one of the hosts of a podcast called Fred and the monthly at Winifred's. And if you like what you saw and want to know more, check out the brand new Collectible Chaos Cast. I've been Kendall Richardson, and you've just experienced Collectible Chaos.